Welcome back to Strategies with Sasquatch. I'm Josh. And yeah, we're back with some more Sticky Stalker, The Long Dark. Alright, we'll just get this loaded up. So I was thinking about taking a break from this, but then with the forecast for the very near future, I thought this had to be right. Considering last night,
too heavy to carry.
When I was taking Willow outside, I literally had to take her out in 2-minute increments, 2-3 minute increments, where she was on the leash. So on. Anyway, we're not going into a ton of boring details. The point is that it was cold. I did some calculations on my, I typed it into Google, and it said, you know, it was -1, but it felt like -18, and so I was like, oh, I wonder how cold that is. So apparently that's equivalent. -18 is a pretty close equivalent to -27 degrees Celsius. So I was like, ah, yes, I know those temperatures from the Long Dark, so I'm gonna play the Long Dark. I'm so slow, moving very slow. How heavy? So heavy. Unbelievable amounts of heaviness here. Alright, so how many sticks was that? 40 something? Alright. This is fine. I will just have to... Well, I mean, I'm not cold, so that's good. That is actually fantastic. Even in this wind, the temperatures not being completely horrible is good. And I have some bits of food that's also good. Just want to sneak over here and grab... Boop, there it is. That's right, because I had one... I thought I had birch bark, but I accidentally used it in the fire at some point, so... That's okay. Anyway, so hopefully everyone is good. Hopefully everyone stays safe. I am not a meteorologist, so I'm not going to talk about the weather on here, but it is looking dangerous, so... My heart is... My, thoughts are going to everyone who's dealing with stuff. And I'm hoping that, the forecast for this area is a foot of snow. And if it was not as cold as it is, we would be looking at potentially freezing rain. And freezing rain is more common. I know I just said I wasn't going to talk about this, but I'm terrified of the power going out. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm terrified the power goes out when it's -1, -5 degrees outside. So, and it has me worried for anyone else who's going to potentially have to deal with something similar, because there's a lot of people who are, bad, or could be potentially in a bad spot. So just thoughts and prayers to everybody out there, as I slowly traverse through. Oh, geez, it only feels like -60. I mean, it feels like -2, but it's the wind resistance that I have with this clothing that I've put on is awesome. The fact that I've got, what is it? I got +12 Celsius, and the wind is -13, so we're really, really close to the line of being cold out here. But I don't have a moose hide coat to put on. I do have some really thick layers. I got clothing. We haven't lost power. We're hopefully not expecting to. But anyway, I almost wanted to put out a PSA just in general for anybody who's not used to this type of stuff. Here's a checklist of things you might not think you need, but you really should have. Stuff like that. But I'm not well put together when it comes to videos and editing and things like that. So that's why I stream, because streaming's just the easiest way for me to get from point A to point B when it comes to creating and sharing my content. So, but yeah. Oh, jeez, I'm gonna have to put that pistol away. It's gonna get me in trouble. It's nice to have the pistol, but feel like I'd rather have the bow. Come on, up, sit, there we go. Nice, 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 nice. And pretty soon I'll be back to camp office where I can drop off so much stuff. We'll be able to move at a regular speed again, if not even with a little bit of a giddy up. So that's right. I have not been down there. It might not be a bad idea at some point to go down that rope. Some ambitious ideas that go through my head from time to time about this run and what I'd like to do and where I'd like to try to go. Like, I'd like to go to Ash Canyon next. That's what I'd like to do because I'd like the technical backpack. Because technically, all of this, yeah, it's not a clothing item that you can unequip, and therefore I am going to allow myself to wear the technical backpack because it's a one-time item. It can't be destroyed. You can't, like I said, you can't unequip it. So I don't count that as, like, say, the clothing that I started with, for example. You know, drop them immediately. Don't use them. Same with the bedroll. But that was just because it's Stalker. If it wasn't for the fact that I spawned in Timberwolf Mountain, essentially right at the Mountaineer's hut, dropping the matches would have been a little bit harder to do, but I mean, I found a book of matches at the Mountaineer's hut, and so dropping the starting matches was not really an issue. Alright, so how many birch do I have? 3 birch bark, so I'd like a little bit more. Try not to walk around with tinder. Did I drop? Yeah, I dropped the rest of the tinder. I'm pretty sure we got to level 3 fire starting in the last stream. Alright, I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be a long walk to the camp office, but I could drop, that's right, I can drop some stuff off at the hydro dam to make it so at least I could run if I had to. I don't know. We'll see. I can definitely drop stuff at the hydro dam. That is true. And it won't be as big of an issue to run back to grab supplies from there. And I'm going to have to go through the dam again. Well, I don't have to, but I think it's the fastest way to get to Ash Canyon is to go through Winding River back into Pleasant Valley through Timberwolf Mountain and then to Ash. And so that might not happen this stream. I mean, I'm hoping to get prepared and try to make it so that that is something that is on, that I'm ready to do. I've got the deer, I've got the hides that I want to set down and start curing. I've got the saplings, and then I think I have enough to make a second pair of pants. And then I might need to at least try and see if I can... I don't know how many other backup stuff I have, in case, because if I think my hat and my gloves are pretty rough, so the hat more so, but it's still not that bad. Some deer tracks. Oh, that's right. Did I leave myself any food here? It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna... I shouldn't. I should go look. I mean, there's a strong chance that I didn't leave very much here, but I think I left some food. And I am kind of hungry. I've got the little bits of food in my pocket, but those are way better for traveling, emergency, on-the-go situation sort of food versus the meat from the deer carcass. But I also could have left some hides here in this cave, so that's mostly what I'm looking for. I want to bring and consolidate as much as I can to one location. I know that's not ideal. A lot of the times it's better to have multiple places that you have stuff where you can... I mean, I had at one point been marking the maps with like the spray paint and whatever, but it didn't last very long. The paint was just getting to be too heavy. Not that it's too heavy, but like when it's time to drop stuff and you're like, what can I drop? What is the least important item that I have on my person that I can drop? And it usually results in like sticks, or well, not for me, not sticks, but half a kilogram for a can of spray paint is a little heavy, but it looks like I'm still carrying it. That's fine. Oh, and there is stuff back here, isn't there? At least the one deer hide. It might be multiple deer hide. So my biggest worry currently is having to do with the rabbit hides, because I haven't really been hunting and curing too much rabbit. I just don't recall like how many I have. I'm pretty sure I left a whole bunch at camp office, and then yeah, I'm just remembering all of the stuff I left behind at Coastal Highway, because that is another goal, is I'd like to try to communicate and start the trade quests. Try to get a couple of trades under my belt, even if they're simple, you know, minor trades. The more I do, I don't think it matters how big the trade is. It's just a matter about completing a trade successfully to increase the trust between you and, I forget the guy's name. I don't know, Turkey Steam. He likes to call him Oscar the Philosopher. I think that's fantastic. I don't know if his name's Oscar, but it still is fine. I think it's like Oscar the Grouch, but instead of the Grouch, he's the Philosopher. So I didn't really quiz him on what he meant by that, but I think it's still pretty funny. I'm still picking up stuff. I need to stop, but I can't help it. I mean, on a day like this, you would think I should be collecting the branches as well, but that's another thing. I could just drop the sticks in a spot. I hate doing that, but I do have my secondary controller. Like, I'm using my PlayStation controller, like the, you know, actual from PlayStation. Got the you know, trademark on it controller, and then there's a, I don't know if you would call it an aftermarket controller, but the other one has a button where I can apply a turbo feature. Like, so for example, if I hit X to pick up an item, I can hold this button down and tap X, and suddenly X becomes a turbo. And then if I've got like 50 sticks on the ground, I just have to push and hold X, and it'll just continuously like suck them up like a vacuum. Whereas if without that, I end up having to hit X 100 times to pick up 50 sticks, because you have to click on the stick and then confirm, yeah, you want to pick it up. And if it's 50 of them, you got to hit X twice for each one. That's too many. So I just don't fancy sitting there picking up sticks one at a time like that, if I can help it. So I don't know. You can set up rock caches in, I think you get 3 per area, and because Ravine is a transition zone, but it's its own area, so you could have up to 3 rock caches in this area. And then you could go, like, even in, like, Winding River, Crumbling Highway, any of the zones, as long as it's a separate named zone, you can have up to 3 rock caches in every single one of them. And it's cool because when you set it down, it's like spray painting on a clear day. It'll show up on your map. It'll say, oh, here's your rock cache. And then you can disassemble them. You get all of your stuff back from them, and you can move them. But it takes 50 stones. And so stones are a little bit heavy. And so trying to come up with that many to carry around can be a little bit awkward at times, to say the least. Especially like right now, I'm at 55.5 kilos, which is 20 kilograms over my even if I dropped 20 kilograms worth of stuff, I would still be encumbered currently, which is pretty insane. But hey, what's up, TR? And I didn't know if Loki was going to be streaming past 3, so I didn't want to say anything in his chat, because I always feel like everyone, he always say, oh, it's fine, but I just feel bad about trying to self-promote in other people's chats, so I just said I had to go. Oh man, dude, it's colder now here, I think, than it is. Oh wait, hold on. Currently, it's saying the air temperature is 12 degrees, wind chill is minus 12, minus 6. So the feels like temperature in game currently feels like negative 18 Celsius. So it's about as cold for us as in IRL as it is in game. Maybe not. It's saying we're at 9 degrees Fahrenheit currently, so that's not quite. I don't know. I don't remember what the transition or what the exact thing is, but it's about as cold here in game as it is where we are. Yes. Normally it's like twice as cold in game, and I've almost never see the long dark temperatures in real life, because it would be like -3, -4 degrees Celsius on average. You know, it would be like 25, between 20 and 25 degrees Fahrenheit, which is, for me, is still pretty cold, but that's more common. But like seeing negative Fahrenheit is very uncommon. Even in the wintertime, it's very uncommon. So it's cold. I don't know. Astrid's in a good position though. She's, other than the fact that I wish you could craft like a face wrap. I guess maybe the cougar hat would sort of classify as a hat / wrap, right? I've only made one once, and I deleted that save file a little while ago, so I don't currently have a save file where I've, got a cougar hide. Do I even want to walk that way? I think I do. I think I do need to come in here and drop off some of the stuff. It's just insufferably slow. And then if I do get into some sort of issue with a wolf, it could be a problem. So, jeez, I was joking about it on the last stream, but I feel like when I go to my eye doctor appointment next month, and I say I might need bifocals, and they might laugh at me, and then by the end of the exam, they're going to be like, "So we got your bifocals coming." I have to literally slide my glasses all the way to the end of my nose to look at my tablet, and then like push my frames up against my forehead, like up against my eyes, to look at the television. So I'm like, the manual zoom effect with my glasses is pretty annoying. You haven't seen one yet? Okay, well, they're scary. They can be anyway. I find them very scary because they can deal a lot of damage, right? And they could do significant damage to my condition and my clothing. Oh, that's right. Wolf meat. Is this a full piece? I'm eating it. Whatever. We'll get the risk. I'm okay with a little bit of parasite risk. As long as I'm eating relatively full pieces of these steaks. Alright. Yeah, there's definitely some wolf activity out and about. Yeah, well, the thing is, TR, the flare gun doesn't work on the cougar. It has no effect on the cougar.
Carry this load for much longer.
You have to shoot it with either a bow and arrow. Like, you have to shoot it with an arrow or a firearm in order to actually hurt it. Do I need that water? Not really. I mean, I need to drink the water, yes, but I don't necessarily have to take it with me. Alright, what do we got? There's 90 sticks in here. I currently have 65. That's pretty good. 14 birch bark is pretty decent. Lots of medicine. Clothing. This is stored here in case I wanted to harvest it for cloth. But in a normal game, I have a hard time not scrapping all of the clothing for the cloth, even though it takes longer. Do I have arrowheads? I do. I have arrow. Do I have arrow shafts? I have the one. Oh, goodness me. I have a lot of stuff. Lots of stuff. Wow. Let me drop some of this. Yeah, fresh. Fresh. That's a lot of stuff right there. So there's 4 deer hide, and then I have more deer hide. I could start the crafting process, but I think what I'm going to do is, I really don't want to forget these here, but I want to craft some more arrows. And so it's going to be a little dark, but not too bad. Yeah, we'll use the knife. Yeah, so there is other ways to take care of the cougar. It has some pathing issues from time to time, and so it can be cheesed a little bit, but how many more? I can only make the one more. That's okay. So if you get into an area, well, I won't really be able to explain it very well at the moment, but if you can elevate yourself on some kind of rock or something like that, you can get the cougar to not be able to engage you. It'll still come around and you know, try to aggro on you, but it will get confused. You'll confuse its pathing, so it won't come straight towards you. It'll go near you, but yeah, again. So that's one way to sort of get around the fact that the cougar is so dangerous, but or the other thing is you can just, you know, be good. Be good at the game. That would definitely help a lot. You know, if you're, because I'm okay with the bow and arrow, but I don't know. My experiences with the cougar have left me alive and the cougar dead, but at only the one time, and like I said, I climbed on top of a rock where the cougar couldn't get to me. And I've watched other players fare far better, you know, just facing it head on. And yeah, not so much for me though. I could make these birch. Yeah, let's do that. Oh my goodness. There, those are all done. I have a scurvy risk. What? Oh no. I've not been eating my vitamins. Too much wolf meat. Oh, and I've cured the risk. That's gonna come back though. Hey, what's up, Tifa? Hey, I was gonna message you, and I haven't gotten around to it yet. There is a chance that I might not be available to join you tomorrow. Now, this is not a sure thing, but with the amount of, I don't know, you probably have heard about what's going on with the weather, but if, knock on wood, if we lose power, I'm not going to be able to play. So, I mean, yeah. I'm hoping I should still be fine. I'm really hoping so. Uh, it's, a foot of snow is not something we've not seen before. There's the risk again. We've seen our fair share of snowfall in the past, so I don't foresee any issues with us, but I just wanted to give you the heads up. But you said it's going to be what, 5 o'clock your time, and you're on the West Coast, so it'd be like 8 o'clock. Okay. It's very exciting. I don't want to not be able to do this because I think it'd be so much fun. Let's just take all that stuff back. I'm going to leave some of these sticks here as much as I can, but there, that's going to have to do. It's not been cold for my character, but if it blizzards or something, it could be issues. It could be bad. And 35 sticks would be enough to hopefully overwhelm a blizzard temperature. Alright, this is going to have to do. I have to remember not to pick up the bedroll. And I will want to carry all of this stuff. Alright, let's just pass time for an hour. Hey, what's up, Arnman? Oh yeah, no worries. No worries. Good stuff. Hold on a second. There we go. The Scurvy. This is interesting because that was another thought I had, because I had played Scurvy, a Scurvy Loper, and I got Scurvy on purpose, and then I panicked and immediately got rid of it. And I think the point of that playthrough was supposed to have been to get Scurvy and not get rid of it, and to allow it to see how long my character could survive before succumbing to, whatever the Scurvy eventually does. Did I read these? I'm pretty sure, yeah. Alright, well, let's see how cold it is now. Going outside. Yeah, I love moving the fire barrel now. It's so good. Having it up there in the corner, or like up in the front, is so much more convenient.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Okay, I'm leaving this here. Oop. We'll leave a little bit of water and that steak. No, don't do that. Okay. 49 kilos. Okay, that's still pretty heavy, but yeah, I can't sprint. That's okay. At least I can still move a little bit better. Even though I can't sprint, this should be acceptable. Oh boy. I don't have the food stockpiles here to be able to stay. I was thinking I could craft my second pair of pants while I'm here. I've got all the stuff I would need for it, but the stockpile of food is at camp office, so that's where I'm headed. Oh, there goes an ankle. Oh, come on, I'm not even high enough up. Oh, this is nonsense. Need to come up behind this tree. I'm not gonna heal the sprain quite yet. I will as soon as I get done with this little climb here. Yeah, that's why. Okay. I mean, I can't run anyway, but... Let's see, in the wind shade, is it warm? Not right. Not really. Feels like -4. That's pretty cold. Well, luckily I have a ton of bandages. And how many painkillers? Enough painkillers to do the job. It's... Normally I try not to even worry about it, but it is an interesting thing that happens because of the pain. The wind noises fluctuate, and that can be a little annoying. Now, a wolf can't get to me from here. I'm curious if a bear could reach me here. I don't know that I've ever seen a bear here except for in the challenges. Like, I think it's the Hunted challenge or something like that. Or maybe it was Wintermute, or either one. I hear you, ptarmigans. I'm not looking to hunt anything at the moment. I mean, I'll shoot stuff like a wolf if I have to. Did you just spawn in? Like, what's going on here? Yeah, tiptoe on the barbed wire. I remember when the moose used to spawn down here. I don't think it spawns over here anymore. It's been a little while since I played. It's been like 2 weeks since I played The Long Dark. So some of these sound effects, I'm not sure if I'm making them with my character and like the bag being super heavy, or if I'm hearing an environmental sort of thing. There was like a clicking noise. I thought maybe it was from the bridge, me walking over the bridge, but... Oh good, the wind is sort of calming. It's still very, very cold. Yes, I did say wolf. Wolf. A wolf. Maybe I didn't articulate it very well. Wolf? I've been living in Pennsylvania for too long. It is warming up slightly. Oh, was that from me or was that a gust? Oh, it's starting to gust a little bit. Well, maybe that wasn't a gust, but the snow is not falling straight down, so it's a very good indicator of how windy it is. But okay, it's saying wind chill's -7, so it's not as bad as it can be. In a blizzard, the wind chill is usually like almost the same as... It almost doubles what the air temperature is, and doubling meaning like if it's -20 and there's a blizzard, it's likely going to be -40. I think there's a cougar that lives in this map back in the hills in that direction. Oh, and the snow just stopped. Oh, wait, did it stop? Is this going to be fog? Or maybe it'll clear up. That would be cool too. Oh, right, yes. He was like, "Oh, did you I summoned the wolf again on accident. This time at least it wasn't in a cage fight. Or a cave fight. Where are the wolves? I'm just glad that they're not aggroed on me at the moment. I'm a little out of practice. I'm sure I can manage, but... it's a little bit of a walk. Can't run. I wonder if that's the same wolf. Anyway, try to get some... think of the wonderful moose meat that I get to eat. It's going to be a while before I get to cooking level 5. But once I get to that point, then... oh, geez, oh, my goodness, I didn't even realize. I might need to try to fish. Sorry, I just noticed I had like a sliver in my finger. Had to take care of that real quick. It wasn't like embedded, it was just like... what the heck? Maybe I accidentally punched the wall when I was sleeping or something. Oh my goodness, how do I not? How can I avoid picking up sticks? One day it'll be less of a problem. And some of the challenges that people have done over the years are very intriguing. Because I've heard of, I forget what it was called, but I think it was a run where it was like either you weren't allowed to use fires or something like that, and therefore the main thing with that challenge was, in order to survive, you had to find and get to places that had toilets so that you could extract the toilet water. And other than that, you would have to survive on whatever you found, really. Like if you found a food item that had liquid, like a soup or something, or like if you were lucky enough to find soda, or because there can be like teas, pre-made teas that spawn in the world, but so that was about how it wasn't a matter of, hey, can I survive 100 days in the long dark without a fire? It was basically seeing how long you could survive without a fire, and in the tune of like in-game days, not in-game weeks or months. So anyway, short-term sort of challenge. There's so many different types of challenges. It's really cool. Or is that there's always the classic Dead Man challenge. I was thinking about if ever I was going to attempt to play Dead Man. I've tried it before, and I think I've said it as I'd have to develop a Dead Man sort of strategy, because it's so much different that I don't know why I'm going in here. I've already been. Anyway, so like the long-term strategy for Dead Man is don't take condition loss, which equates to stay warm. You know, you don't want to be hungry or thirsty, but the main issue on Dead Man is always going to be the temperature. And of course, there's an even, you know, no Goa, which is no one gets out alive, is essentially Dead Man, but it maxes everything out, which I don't know what the difference is, honestly. It's only like maybe where you start in the world or like the conditions when you spawn, something like that. But I've tried a couple of those different runs and didn't last very long. I never got a run with the never got feet under a run, so to speak. So it brings me back to thinking about the vegan challenge, which is probably more viable now than ever. Well, or at least since they added the, what was it, the frontier cooking, something like that. When they added the recipes, you know, they added the acorns and the burdock and things like that. Those are all vegan food items in the game, and then you can get the flour, which is vegan, and like the oats. So there's a ton of new food items. So you're not strictly relying just on cattails and, you know, granola bars, things like that. It's a cool concept to think about, because some of the food you would be like, is that vegan? And I'm not sure. Like a chocolate bar, you would think, oh, a chocolate bar definitely is vegan, but it has milk, so milk is not vegan.
Oh, I'm starving.
I know it. I know you're starving. We're almost there, Astrid. I promise. We just have to make sure there's no moose. It's a lot of flare shells. Yeah, the vegan challenge definitely could be difficult, because the other part of it is, well, how vegan? You know, it's like this challenge would be impossible with a vegan, as a vegan challenge, because everything I'm wearing except for the hat, like except for like the cloth hand wraps and the cloth head wraps, I wouldn't be allowed to wear anything else, simply because they're all made out of clothing, or out of animal hides. Let's see here. I don't know, it's nice that the deer is nearby. Not sure how long it takes for a moose to respawn, but I'm going to wait to try to shoot that deer until I see whether or not I have cooked food. Like, I should still have a decent pile of food out front. Yeah, I did think about doing, I think I had a trial, like I was testing out a vegan run, but I had it on Voyager, because I liked the sound, like the alliteration, like Sticky Stalker. I like alliteration, so it was Vegan Voyager, but that was way too easy. Oh, what? Where? Uh-oh. Okay, it's going after the rabbits. It's going to go after that deer pretty soon. There's a wolf on the lake there on the left-hand side. I don't know if you can see it. All right. I just want to run into the house quick, drop some stuff, and then come back out here and see if I can't take advantage of that wolf. Yes, food that isn't parasitic. And I should have some extra water also. Thank goodness it's finally warming up enough where I'm not actually losing temperature. Well, it's 0 degrees, so that's fine. I can handle 0 degrees.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Yikes. I know. How many more can I put into this? I'll just put 20. That'll be fine. Let me drop the non-cured stuff. Oh my goodness. So many cured items. Fantastic. Okay, so fresh. Okay, that's all the hides. There we go. Oh, I was going to say, I had just enough room, but apparently not. I'm going to need to take 3 of these and I think 4 guts. And that'll let me put those in there. Okay, I'm still encumbered though. Just from everything. Oh, that's right. I could go fishing because I've got the tip-ups. Alright, let's put these away. Put those away. Still heavy. Okay. I don't need those at the moment, or I guess it's full. Okay. Finally. I mean, seriously though, what is so heavy? It's all my tools, I bet. It's got to be. And the clothing, of course. The actual clothing I'm wearing is quite heavy. 30 sticks. I mean, none of this stuff is light, but it does still feel like it shouldn't be that heavy. There we go. Let's go see about this wolf. It may already have taken down the deer, and I may have lost my opportunity because I was hanging out indoors for a little while now, but economic instability in North America and Europe was a key factor in the escalation of the collapse. That's not good. Where's that deer? Where's that wolf? And I already may have missed my opportunity, though. Deer might have already been consumed. There it is. There's the wolf, anyway. There's the deer. Okay, the deer has not been consumed. I'm gonna... Alright, whatever. I'm just gonna try and take care of this. That was a miss. That wolf didn't even see it coming. Where did those arrows must have flew right over him? Those first 2 were just practice shots. How far? It must have flew right over his head. Oh, great. Oh, look at that. That's crazy that they were both literally next to each other. Wow. Okay. Well, I definitely overshot that by a mile. Yeah, so with the vegan challenge also, it would be a little bit complicated because I would have to determine which items I am for sure saying are animal items, right? So if if you think about it like that, the clothing would be limited. You would never be able to wear shoes. Ever. Which is, right from the jump, that's not good. And then I'm not even sure about like wool clothing. Even though you're not harming animals, like, you know what I mean? So I guess what I'm trying to get at is I don't even fully understand what does it mean to what does it mean truly to be vegan? Right? So I know it means not eating animal or animal products, but it also means not using or wearing animal products, right? So, because you're not, that's what's interesting about it, right? Because if you think about wool, you're essentially just you're shearing sheep. You're not hurting the sheep to do so, right? I mean, if you're doing a good job anyway. It doesn't hurt the animal. It's a natural part of whatever, right? So using wool items, I think it still technically would be anti-vegan, but I don't know. It feels like you, again, I don't know the rules, I guess is what I'm trying to say, so.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
I would think, sure, why not? Why would you not want to, or why would you not be able to use wool, but I'm just ignorant, so. I'm definitely going to need to make more water. Oh, goodness. I'm going to have to cook some foods. Hey, what's up, Dentry? I mean, it is possible with no shoes because you would be allowed to wear socks, but then your socks would take a lot of damage, and therefore you would end up having to repair your items more often. But if it's a cloth item, cloth is so common, and, I guess the other part would be you can't use fishing line. Like, you wouldn't want to fish because fishing is not vegan, but using the fishing line in general is also not, because you would have to use animal guts to make the fishing line in the first place, and I feel so, you know what I mean? So it's hard to really say how strict am I going to be and whether or not it's even a viable run because of that, or you just have to find sewing kits. And so the harder the difficulty level, the less common some of these items are. And so like if you're doing an interloper vegan run, it's going to be really, really tough. Because you'd have to figure out which clothing items you're allowed to wear. And then never being able to get above a certain temperature based on the fact that the clothing items that you would need to wear are not allowed. Anyway, my brain's starting to hurt even thinking about it. Okay, this should be fine. Hopefully the wind is cooperating and does not blow the fire out, but it's still relatively warm. My character is fully warm again, so that's always good. Hey, what's up, Abba? How's it going, man? It's good to see you. Hey, Magic, how you doing? Yeah, I'm sorry about it. I didn't put out the notification. Uh-oh, this actually might be... I don't want to burn my food either. Oh, still an hour till burnt. I did take care of that wolf, so that's that done. Ooh, maybe I should cook this rancid stuff. Yeah. I don't know. This is risky, honestly. I don't even know if I should cook the rancid stuff. Moldy is fine. Yeah, 24%. We'll only cook up to 74%, in which case there is... It's not a... It's a... no longer a 0% risk of food poisoning with this rancidness. Oh, and I dropped animal fat here too. Oh dear. So like these ones are, yeah, 41%. These will be fine. These will cook up to 91%. 91 is not any risk of food poisoning. There we go. Oh, and I've got sticks in here. I totally forgot. Got 100 sticks. That's awesome. I got plenty of sticks in my pocket. I appreciate that, Alba. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate that. It's good to see everybody. Hopefully everyone's safe. I haven't really interrogated many people on exactly where they live because of, I don't know. It's respecting other people's privacies and so on and so forth. Like, obviously, it's not like I'm going to be looking to go find anybody, but I always think of it in the sense of, it's like, if I would, what would I hope to see or from another person, right? It's like, if I don't want to give out my location, I'm not going to ask somebody else what their location is, so to speak. But it is interesting to know where people are in general, because it's like, I can say, oh, I'm in Pennsylvania. That doesn't give you enough information for you to be able to find me. Not that I'm worried about that, but the idea is that, you know, I respect people's privacy because I would prefer people to respect my privacy. But I'm not giving out any information or situations that I would have to worry about that because, yeah. I don't know. We were talking about that in, like, because this channel is a business channel. I didn't know what the difference was when I made this channel, but apparently because this is a business channel, the, you know, I can't get gifted subs, which I'm okay with. But I didn't know that at the time, so. But anyway, so I don't know why I said that. That's not where I was going with that. The so anyway, like for where I live, I've got neighbors, and you know, I might be considered a bit of a hermit because I don't go out and about, and I don't. Oh, the wind blew the fire out. Shoot, this is the exact angle that I don't want it to be at, but we'll see if it burns it out again. Anyway, so the point I'm getting at is I try to respect other people, whether or not they're expecting it, and then in the hopes that I don't have to ask people to be respectful of what I want, because they don't have to assume anything. They don't have to do anything different for them to still maintain what I would consider respect. You know, okay, so the wind is not in a good spot here, but I should be able to just keep adding sticks here and there. Yes, there you go. Being considerate. That's probably a better idea, because it's not like people are disrespecting me by being who they are. It's just, you know, lead by example sort of situation. But at the same time, I'm not saying that anybody who's doing something differently is wrong. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm going to be quiet. I'll just keep talking about the game. Yes, I guess what I was alluding to the fact that I was trying to just be considerate of people's privacy and respect their wishes, while at the same time wanting to know certain amounts of information without, you know, it's like, oh, it's like, where do you live? I live on Earth. Okay, great. Everybody lives on Earth unless you don't, which not many people do. Some people live in space, like in the space station or where, whatever. But the general idea is that you could give information without giving information. It's like, okay, are you currently dealing with this storm? That would be the only reason I'd be asking about anything, is because I'm concerned about people's safety. And so I'm not asking like where specifically you are, that I'm, you know, so on and so forth. I'm talking too much. I'm saying too many things. Let's just cook this food. I do still need to have some water out of this too. I only got a liter of water. Yeah, I know. We live on Earth. I know. I live on the moon. I'm a space cadet. That was one of my... I didn't even think about it. When I was in college, in my younger years, I discovered many things that I hadn't before that time, and anyway, one of the things I had discovered led me to the nickname being called the Space Cadet, so pretty hilarious if you ask me. So no, I try to be grounded as best as I can. I will eventually cook all this stuff. I really should be making water, but I'm gonna end up cooking this meat and making as much fire or as much water as I can. And then by the time it gets to be nighttime, I'll end up sleeping, and then the next in-game day I'll be crafting. Yeah, as long as this isn't, because the nice thing is the, even though the wind is coming in, it actually is doing a little bit of damage to my clothing. Minor amounts, but just because I'm not in the wind shade, the wind will eat away at your clothing condition, at least the outer layers. But yeah, I can continuously add a stick to this fire, and even if it blows it out, based on where it is, the wind isn't consistently in the wrong spot enough for me to not be able to add a fire. Or add a stick, so. Alright, well that... no, that's the other game. Oh, look at this. See, now it's too windy to add fuel. But yeah, no, that's Breath Edge. That's the one where I'm streaming from space. Come on, venison. I wish I could find, maybe if I just sat over here I would get the wind chill, but, or the wind shade. Ooh, I wonder if this would be a wind shaded spot. Maybe not for my person, but if I tucked a fire in there, oh, it won't let me. That's sad. Oh, a little bit. If you could get a fire like into that corner, but it's being weird. Little floaty fire there. Not sure why it's doing that. Good times. Oh, that's funny. Who said that they thought you lived in Australia, Dentry? That was pretty funny. Ah, yes, right. I would agree with that magic. To sort of word things in a way where it allows whoever you're asking whatever question to have the opportunity to say whether or not they wanted to share said information. Yeah, I miss Yan. Hopefully he's doing alright. Yeah, that game is really fun. I do like playing Breath Edge. I do like playing the Long Dark also, and this is just... It's this time of year, IRL, and so the... I'm playing this because I feel... I used to play this during the summertime, right? And then I would play Stranded Deep during the winter time. As sort of a... if it's cold outside, I'm going to play a game where it's warm. Or if it's warm outside, I'm going to play a game where it's cold. And now it's like, well, it's cold outside, so I'm going to play a game that's cold. But I always play this game, so... it's cold in space too, I bet. Yeah, it is, right? Because I was freezing over in that other game. My helmet was starting to ice up. I'm gonna have to go fishing too. Maybe I should. No, I shouldn't be. I have enough sticks so I could be running a fire at the fishing hut. But the problem I have with that is, yeah, because that scurvy risk is going up, up, up. The problem I have with that is the only has one cooking slot. So with the limited amount of fuel that I have, even though I have a good amount of sticks currently, I would not say I have enough sticks to justify doing all of this work on a one cooking slot stove. Yeah, this game's fun. I'm just going to be staring at the fire. Oh, the wind seems to be calming down a little. That's good news. I mean, this was a free fire. I have used about 30 sticks already, but yeah, maybe it'll fog. It doesn't look like it's fogging, though. It just looks like it's calming down, which is nice. Plus 8 degrees, that's right. I still got the parasite risk. There, I can confidently add more than one stick at a time now. That's good. Yeah, I don't even need to cook all of this right away. Leaving some of it like this can degrade another 31% and still cook up to 100%. That's why these are so dangerous, because they're at 23, 23, 24%. They're only going to cook up to 73, 74%, which is, at that condition level, it brings the food poisoning percentage chance up above 0 to, I think, like 1% or maybe 10%, something like that. It's still very low chance, but it's like not worth it, right? It's not worth to lose whatever daylight I have left, to have to like shut down the cooking process just so that I can go sleep. Otherwise, I'm, until you can take your antibiotics or your reishi tea to heal the food poisoning, but you have to sleep for 10 hours. Even if you don't have medication, you have to sleep for 10 hours to get rid of the food poisoning. And if you don't take medicine, your condition will drop the whole time. All the way down to, I think, maybe 15%, something like that, just before you start getting the stumbles. Like, there is a limit to how low your condition can get from food poisoning. There we go. There's another 2 liters. Oh, and I just healed my parasite risk. That's awesome. Alright. I am going to continue to make water, because my water situation indoors is like maybe 3 liters, so this amount of food, I need like 10 liters of water to feel comfortable without having to start yet another fire. And it's just good. It's a good opportunity to do this anyway. Matter of fact, let me do something else. Let's just crank this up. We'll put it on for 2 liters, and then, seeing as I just healed my parasite risk, I'm gonna go see if I can harvest any of this wolf. I'm not gonna get the whole thing because it'll take too long. Oh, that's the deer. That startled me. There's the... Is that the fire? Yeah, that's the fire from where the moose kill was. There we go. If nothing else, I'll get some feathers. I don't see any more wolves at the moment. Okay. %83 frozen, that's fine. I'll take the hide. Oh, do I even have my hacksaw? I don't think it matters because I've got the hatchet. The hatchet, like yeah, the just straight up hatchet works the same. Ooh, I do want these guts. I don't necessarily need to take the meat off of it, but I still definitely could. Let's keep an eye on the wind. Yeah, it's starting to get a little windy. Let's get... No, I don't want the little piece. I just want the full pieces. Hopefully this fire's still going. Uh-oh. Come on.
Pack is getting kind of heavy.
Okay, the wind is not too bad. I'm just looking for extra feathers. Every so often you can... so down there at the red rail, the derailment, whatever it's called, where that deer carcass is, the ravaged deer carcass, as long as you don't touch it, it'll never despawn. And you can, not always, but as long as there's crows out, it will drop feathers around the carcass. So if you don't harvest it, it'll stay around, and then you can farm feathers that way. Otherwise, you kind of have to, you know, make a kill, and then you only get a little bit of... Oh, that's right. I want the guts over here. I don't want the animal fat, but... So that wolf will eventually despawn, and if I go back over there, I might be able to get more feathers out of it before it... Oh, that was actually really good timing. I thought Didn't I make 2 liters? I did. Okay.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Oh, we don't have to carry too much more, Astrid. We're going to bring some of this water inside and drop these guts in the hide. Nice. Good job. Well, it's good to talk to family, right, Arnman? So, no worries. You're a good girl, Willow. Yes, pretty baby. Oh, she's having a hard time. I think I was saying it earlier, but I was, yesterday, like last night, I had taken her outside to use the bathroom, and she wasn't having it. Oh, that's right. I had all these things on me the whole time. What was I thinking? Okay, let's put these down. Yeah, but the poor thing, she couldn't stay outside for more than like 3 or 4 minutes at a time, even though there was not really that much snow on the ground. I had shoveled the path around the yard so that she had like clear grass, but even the grass was like frozen solid. Alright, let's put some of these away. I want to keep some on me. And then I have, how many arrow shafts? Just the one. Okay. Oh, gotta go back outside. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, man. Yeah, definitely rough on the doggo friends. Yeah, technically speaking, Willow is almost a senior. I hate thinking about it, but she's 7 already, and I think Joe was saying, you know, she's like, I don't know if she was saying she technically already counts as being a senior dog, but, uh, you know, she's under 50 pounds or around 50 pounds, and so, oh, did I level up? Am I cooking? Oh, okay. So some of these I cooked, they're at 960 calories, whereas these ones down here are only at 920. So I must have, ooh, 77%, let's eat that. So like these ones I must have cooked back when I was like cooking level 2. So where am I at now? Oh, I'm still got scurvy risk, I forgot. That's not good. That is not good. I could eat some more cattails. That'll help a little bit. %15 risk. I didn't look, but I think the cattail only brought it down by 1%. I need to eat stuff that's high in vitamin C, so like this tomato soup is moderate. This is minor. The tea is minor. This has none. Crackers have none. Coffee has none. Yeah, beef jerky has none. The peaches would have a good amount of vitamin C, but fish is where it's at. Fish have a lot of vitamin C compared to the amount of calories that it has. So like if I catch a bunch of small whitefish, it's going to, you know, between 400, 500, 600 calories per fish. It's going to give me a lot of vitamin C if I can manage to catch, you know, 3 or 4 of them, versus like a smallmouth bass that's like 1,200, 1,300 calories. I don't know if it has more vitamin C. Like if the lake fish are minor versus like the other fish are moderate. What else would be, what would be high in vitamin C? Doesn't the trader have vitamin C stuff? Like there's like gummies or something that he gives you? I forget. Oh no, that's unfortunate. 13-year-old black lab. Yeah. That is rough. Yeah, I'm gonna need to definitely need to remember before the end of the night. I want to bring like I need to get something outside to lay on the grass. Some sort of tarp, something. Because once it starts snowing, oh god, I'm going to have to pace myself, but it's literally supposed to snow all 24 hours of Sunday. Every single hour of Sunday tomorrow, it's supposed to be snowing. So it's supposed to start Saturday evening, and I guess I'm not sure. Here's the fun thing, right? It's supposed to start tonight, Saturday evening. That's tonight. So if I can put like a tarp down or something, some kind of something where I can cover what is currently grass before it actually begins to snow, then hopefully I'll be able to. Well, I'll have to shovel the snow to remove, like to get down to the layer, but if I can then lift up whatever it was that I laid down, at least hopefully the grass might be still frozen, but there should be a clear spot for her to go out there and, you know, do her business, because otherwise we're putting the puppy pads down that we still have from when she was like 1, or when she was still not even a year old yet. She hates those things. She absolutely hates them. One year it was so cold we couldn't bring her outside, and we were not where we are now. We were at the old place we lived at, and every single sidewalk was covered in rock salt. You know, we weren't in charge of our own snow removal. It was the place we stayed at. You know, who we were renting from was in charge of that, and we lived in a town where the borough of the town was responsible for the sidewalks, unless it was a business, right? So, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Craig? How's it going, man? Human milk is definitely not vegan. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, I never even thought about that. Alright, this should be enough water. But I want to cook a little bit more. I guess I could cook the wolf meat. Maybe I should do that. I should cook a little bit of this.
Wonder if I can drop any of this here.
Yeah, we'll drop it. We'll drop it in the fire. Well, not in the fire, but on the next to the fire. Yeah, because the wolf steaks also take longer to cook. Even though there's less calories, they have parasites associated with them, and anyway, it'll be fine. Everything's fine. Oh yes, I did. Hi, Craig. How you doing? How's the little one? I'm so sorry, Craig. I'm terrible, terrible person for not noticing right away. Haven't thought about what? Covering your grass with something so that you can easily shovel the snow off of it? Someone else told me that. I forget who it was that was suggesting I do that. And then when it snowed the last time, someone was like, well, did you put your tarp down? Did you put the thing down? I was like, oh, crap, no, I didn't. Oh, my God. But with it being so cold, that's, like, really important because the snow's going to get trapped in the grass. And so if I can take advantage of a snowless grass, even if it's frozen, that's what I'm going to have to do. But I'm going to have to be outside shoveling. It's going to be a day tomorrow. That would be the other reason if I'm completely exhausted and, again, knock on wood, God forbid I have some sort of health issue pop up because I'm shoveling snow all day, but I'll pace myself. There's a lot of people out there saying, you know, like the weather people basically restating the fact, do not overdo it. You know, because in history there have been storms where a large portion of the fatalities were the result of heart attacks from shoveling all the snow. And I'm not as young as I used to be, but I don't know. I'm gonna have Joe probably take a camera, like take a phone camera or something, and I want to leave some areas untouched until the snow finishes, so that I can get a rough estimate of how much snow is there, and then jump in it. I want to see if I can get buried in the snow. I won't stay out there very long though, because it's cold. Yesterday when I was saying it was so cold, it was because the sky was crystal clear. There was no clouds. It felt like outer space was encroaching. You know, the sky was it was beautiful. Honestly, you know, the stars were so clear, and I could see Venus, or not Venus, I could see Saturn and Jupiter. You know, they were shining super bright in the night sky, and as I was standing out there breathing, I noticed that the hairs in my nose were freezing together. And so I was like, oh, I better go inside before I, have some serious issues trying to breathe here. Yeah, I hear you, Wolf on the Lake. Last time I was out here cooking like this, I think one of the wolves that was out on the lake ended up showing up for a surprise visit. No, it's pretty far out there. I don't think it's going to notice me cooking. It was awesome. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fan of the super frigid cold, but at the same time, I kind of am. I'm not great at like bushcrafting or anything like that, but I had ambitions to try to build like a makeshift sort of structure in the backyard that would be my attempt to practice, you know, if I were to, you know, survival skills, as it were. It's good to know how to make a lean-to. It's good to know how to start a fire and, you know, try to practice cooking on the fire, things like that. And I just never had the opportunity while it was nice outside. But I'm hoping I don't know, I was just thinking that, you know, if it comes down to it, my cousin has a wood stove, and if everyone loses power, we can all huddle in his house until the power comes back on. But I don't know. I need to invest in a pickaxe or get a Maddox or something, because I have to dig through the Pennsylvania clay to get any farther down into the ground. I maybe got like a foot down, and then the topsoil becomes solid clay. It's crazy. And then, of course, being Pennsylvania, there's also a significant amount of rocks. Alright. Can't tell which way the wind is going, but we're shaded here, so... Okay, the wind is definitely coming almost straight towards me from this direction. Trying to walk up that hill, I got hit with a blast of the air. Okay, 5 minutes. We'll just do a little bit. Yeah, I'm getting tired. And there's the wolf steaks. It's like purple clouds. That's really cool. I love the color dynamics in this game. 7 minutes. Okay, 12 till boiled, 17. Alright, we're good to go. As soon as this is done, I'm definitely done cooking for a while. I don't have to worry about water and food for a couple of days, and I do have that scurvy risk is climbing, though. 17%. I'm gonna need to fish. So I might have to try to time it so that I can wake up right first thing in the morning, and then... Because I think it's 10 hours to make the second deer pants, and then I'll have to try to quickly go out onto the lake and set up the what is it? The tip up. Because my fishing skill is still awful. I'm at level 2 maybe, but... Yeah, I've not actually done any legitimate fishing, just used the tip up. Oh my goodness. Alright, no worries, Craig. Sorry, I was rambling on and missing chat again. Alright, how many torches do I have? Well, I got a couple, but let's just grab this one. It might go out on me, actually, but... How much water? Oh yeah, 4 liters, that's pretty nice. I'll just leave a couple more out here. I'll leave the rest on my person, because I'll need to drink a bunch of it while I'm doing this other stuff. Nice. What are you cooking? Oh, well, you're in the middle of dealing with stuff, sorry. Never peep the Squatch. Old advice from back in the day. Oh my goodness, he's almost won already. Wow, that's so awesome. Duties. Yes, we are all of like-minded people. Alright, what else do I have? Do I have to drop anything? No, I'm just gonna, whatever. I just did all the cooking and then the thinging, whatever. I gotta go to sleep. I'll wake up. I'm gonna try to get... I'm not worried about my condition as much as I am trying to time the daylight. Because as soon as it gets light outside enough to craft, I'd like to... Oh, that's really good. Okay, that's pretty good timing. Oh, hold on. Just have to navigate in the dark. Is that too many guts? No, 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 no. Okay. Now I have... Where did I put the sewing kits? Was there one in here? Not this one. It would be this one, right? No. This one. There's all the sewing kits. Okay, good.
Not sure I can carry much more.
18 rifle rounds. Yes. Now I imagine when I eventually am able to manage to make my way to Ash Canyon, I'll find a lot more goodies as well. Because there's some... As far as I was aware, there's a couple of spots that there will be... Oh, it's 12 and a half hours. Okay. There'll be rifle ammo, right? And then eventually I'll be able to craft ammo myself. Hopefully. But... Deerskin pant. Oh, that's right. The scurvy risk. 30%. I better get some food. I want to keep up with chat here. I'm gonna... 90. Shouldn't have tried it. That's unfortunate. Yeah. That's unfortunate. It's tough because it just is. You know, full stop. Oh my goodness. Wow, Tifa, your grandma 93 broke her right hip and two ribs at church. What were they doing at church? She was really getting into it, huh? I don't mean to joke about it. It's not a joke. I was just... Yeah, poor taste on my part. My fault. Just... She was praising... All... Yeah, caps lock. Praising the Lord. No, I was just full of spirit.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Tennis shoes are okay. Why are tennis shoes not made out of leather? Oh, I guess, I don't know. Oh, because sneakers aren't necessarily made out of leather, right? But they are made out of plastic. I don't know. I guess it would... I'm still thinking about the vegan thing, huh? Oh yeah, let me eat this food. I'm just reading on the chat here, cause... Oh no, yeah, that's yeah, dizzy spell. My grandmother had the same sort of thing happen to her when she was at home. She was 95 at the time, 90 or 90, like in her, you know, mid 90s, somewhere around there, and she had a fall at her house, and after that happened, she ended up she moved in with my aunt and uncle, which was very generous of them to help her out, and but yeah, like after that, she had, you know, she was still very much aware, you know, very sharp-minded, but her body just wasn't able to keep up with some of the things she was trying to do anymore, and with her being by herself for so much of that time, you know, it was clear that it was time to bring her, you know, not to leave her by herself anymore, right? So, but it's tough. Yeah, when you're used to being able to do stuff, like I have some semblance of how that feels, not in the same regard, but okay, so much for going fishing. Scurvy's at 36. Yikes. Oh, we're going back to bed. Got my new pants. Drank almost all that water that I had. Might be an aurora tonight. If it's an aurora, then I might get woke up. Yeah. Are you going to wake me up? Yes. What? Who's that? Who's whispering in my ear? Hello? Oh, I should have drank water first. This is going to take a while.
What the hell? Someone there?
No, nobody's here. I just picked up for no reason.
Hello?
I'm just being a smart butt. A smart aleck.
Check. Go ahead. You better say something or getting this damn thing fixed was all a waste of time. Come in. I say again, come in.
Wrap them in bubble wrap, yeah. Oh, yeah, in the temperatures, that's definitely going to be, like, hot temperatures inside, yeah. Depending on where you are, that's definitely not a joke.
Been on my own. The lights, they fried everything. Or haven't you noticed? Hmm? What? You've been living in a hole in the ground out there? You're on the island, right?
I'm what? Sorry. I'm sort of listening to this guy, but mostly trying to keep up because I was falling behind with chat. It's so nice that everybody is hanging out and interacting with each other.
A damn long time to get this contraption working. The radio, I mean. But your radio seems to work just fine.
All right, Dentry. Have a good nap. Hopefully I don't wake you up on accident.
Hello?
Hello? Sorry, what? End call. No, I'm just kidding. I want to get a trade going.
Thin out here in the dark.
Yeah, I bet. It's not dark right now.
Stuff to trade. Not much, mind you, but
Not much.
maybe you have some interest.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We can work out a deal.
Maybe. You could talk a little faster.
Trust don't come so easy no more.
Trust don't come easy no more. So trust comes easily now. Yes, got it.
There's you, there's me, and there's the ice.
I'm trying to decode this guy's messages. Speak up. How? Yeah, how are we supposed to trade, huh? This is the
coastal highway.
essentially the trader tutorial. Oh, my headset's falling off my face.
Keep your distance, and I'll do the same. Got it?
Yeah, let's trade.
It's not much, but it's what I've got.
What do you got? Huh? What do you got? MRE. Yeah, that would be nice. Wait a minute. You want cured hides and a lot of water for... And 6 target down for 5 rifle rounds? Oh, wait. Here we go. This is what I want. I want these. Yes. Oh, car battery. Okay. 3 liters of lamp oil and 8 cloth. That's doable. Yes, give me one of them. And then, how much for this? You want 2 kilograms of raw animal or fish? I mean, another one of those might be good. No, I'm just going to go with straight up just this. That's fine. Yeah, we'll do that. What else you got to talk about, huh?
We're really out on the edge of it all, ain't we?
Oh, you didn't know where you were?
Some people do well with it. Others, still others go out in the world looking for crazy. Maybe that's you.
Yeah, yeah, we've got that. We've got some of that taken care of already, right? The abilities to understand like when and where we need to do things in order to, yeah. I don't know. There's been some sayings where it's like at the beginning, like the very young and the very old have a lot in common.
I know the coastal regions best, but I've been around most of the island. Everyone's gone, as best I can tell. Something big happened.
Yep.
Historical,
Right,
I guess.
TR taking notes.
One for the books.
See, I'm 41. Which part of this happened I haven't figured out yet. Alright, I'm not even paying attention to this guy. Alright, buddy, let's go.
That's enough for now.
Yeah, take care, guy. I'm going back to bed. Even though I slept all night already. So I guess maybe the aurora didn't happen until early morning, obviously, because it's early morning. Too bad he didn't have any socks, but those were that was the pants recipe, right? That I'm going for. And what do I need? It's in this spot, right? Where's the trade? Active trade. I need a car battery, lamp oil, and 8 cloth. So car battery, I'm pretty sure I can find in Coastal Highway. If not, I can just make a quick trip into Desolation Point and try to grab one from the, what is it, Hibernia? Okay, I do have some rabbit pelts.
Man, this pack is
That
getting
is not what I meant to do. Oh my goodness, why did I take everything? I don't need any of that leather. I guess I do have the ptarmigan down. Maybe I could have gotten that other trade going. I just want one of those. Matter of fact, let me just get this. I don't care if this is a higher percentage one. Once they're cured, it doesn't degrade, right? So, does this have ammo in it? Yes, okay. Rotate. Alright, what else can I do? There's not really anything else I can do right now. I need to go fish, so I can maybe fix my hat. Oh, I hope so. Nope, never mind. Well, that's enough of that. Wait, did it take... Okay, it didn't. It's just dark. Okay, that's good. Oh, and I put the light away. Okay. Yeah, indoor plumbing, for real. Yeah, I was worried about the pipes freezing, but I don't know if that's something I have to worry about unless we lose power. Okay, well, fine. It failed anyway. Son of a gun. How cheap is... Oh, I lost that rabbit hide because of that. Okay, well... Rabbit skin hat, it was 3 rabbit hides and 1 gut. Mitts are 4 rabbit hide. Okay, so I need to start hunting some rabbit again, I think is the thing. How bad is the scurvy? 46%. We need to go fishing. Okay. Is there another container somewhere that I have not brought downstairs? It does not look that way. Alright, because I already moved this. Okay. I mean, I've got a fair amount of sticks. 9 on me at the moment is not enough, but I do want to bring... Darn it. See, the thing was, I was going to try and go fishing, but... Is this the top one? Here. Wait, what's up here? These are both... What's in this one? I don't need both of these bows at the moment. Oh, that's right. I don't need both of these things. I don't have a hammer. I guess I will use the pry bar. Normally, I'd want to have a hammer. Or did I already have a hammer and I left it out there? Because I could have swore I went fishing, but I could be mistaking it and thinking of a completely different run. Okay, don't need the can. Jeez, I'm just trying to think, like, what else can I put in here that I don't need right now? Guess I don't need those. I'm going to need the bedroll. I'll need the hatchet. I'll want the knife. A flare is just important to have. Don't need those. I definitely don't need the scrap metal. I forgot when I grabbed all of this stuff, I was supposed to put the scrap metal back. It's a lot of birch bark tea. Prepared birch bark tea. What else? I have like almost no water on me. Put those away. Jeez. Still very heavy. I guess I could put the tomato soup down. Hopefully I won't need that. I'll save that in case, though. I guess I could eat a little bit. Let's see here. If I'm at 46%, is this going to bring me down by 1%? It did. Okay, so I need to eat 45 more cattails, and then I'll only be at the very beginning of scurvy risk. I guess these potatoes have... If I cooked those up, I would have vitamin C. These have moderate, right? Yeah, those are moderate. I guess I could make some peach pies. That might help. I don't have the recipe for the Lily's pancakes, but I think you need acorn flour for that anyway. Put that down. So I don't actually think I need the crowbar or the pry bar. I'm pretty sure I don't need it. And if anything, I'll just use the hatchet. I've got the whetstones. It'll be fine. Pretty sure I can trade for whetstones. Yeah, losing power in this time of year is no joke. Spiders, yikes. That's scary magic, wow. Yeah, I just hope everyone stays safe, is warm, and hopefully, yeah. I could put this hat away. I don't even know what else to put down. I could temporarily stash some more of this stuff. It's not going to be a lot, but it'll be more than nothing. Excuse me. A little bit more weight reduction. I mean, because I need to pick up a bunch of sticks. That's the thing, because I don't want to go out here and not have the ability to at least make a fire. Alright, let's go see. Maybe 12 arrows is more than I need. Because the other part of it is... Oh, I need the tip up. Ugh, I'm going to have to go back inside. Sorry, folks. I was just thinking about eating food, and I was like, well, I don't want to eat any food because then I'll have to wait to be hungry again to eat the fish. Okay, at least it's foggy. That's good. And it's only one arrow down, which is strange. I am wind shaded. It's foggy. But it's first thing in the morning. The fog makes it a little bit less cold outside. That is 100% a fact. No, that's all the sticks. Where is in here, right? I know I had seen it. Oh my god, I have so many bows. Good amount of lamp oil. There's all my... Oh my goodness. And even more fishing tackle. That's so many revolver rounds. Darn it! I have to remember... If possible, someone help me remember next time I find revolver ammunition. Matter of fact, let me do this. Let's see if this works, because I don't have any ammo on me, right? No. And where did I put that revolver? Did I leave that at the church? Or not the church, here it is. I meant to say, did I leave it at the power station, but if I unload this, will that turn into... Yes, okay. Now if I do this... Take all of those. Please tell me... Ah, yes, good. So now if I drop these... Let's just say that many. They should drop. Yes, okay, good. Now I have a box of ammo again instead of just loose bullets. It's so annoying when that happens. It's rare that that occurs, but now it's in box form. So that's good. Let me just put all of that away again. Just want to separate them a little bit. I guess it doesn't matter. They can be in the same thing, but in case I accidentally do something silly and lose the, quote, box of ammo. There, now we can... I grabbed the tip up, right? Oh my god, please tell me I grabbed the tip up. "25 hours downloading a file." Good, wow. Coffee. I've got some coffee I haven't finished yet. Tell me I have the tip up, please. Okay, at least I do have the tip up. That would have been incredibly annoying if I had forgotten to get that. How much is this going to weigh? I'm going to do... Okay, I can do a lot more than that. Let's just do all of it. I don't care. I'll get more sticks. There's plenty of stick spawns near camp office. Just gotta watch out for these lake wolves. How cold? It's not even that cold, which is awesome. It's 46% for the scurvy. Not good. Like, it's possible I might be able to get away without making a fire. But I'm going to make a fire anyway. There's the wolf. I don't know if you saw that. It's like right near the fishing hut that I'm headed to. Cattails. When I first started playing this game, I swear I would collect cattails like compulsively. Always had 40 cattails. Oh, there's more than one wolf. Like 40 cattails on me at all times, and then it was definitely my go-to survival food. Which one of y'all want some of this, huh? Which one wants it first? You want it first? Let's go. Come on. This guy's fast. Don't run away. Come on back. Yeah, I do feel bad shooting the wolves like that, but it's a video game, and if this was real life, those wolves would not attack me like that, so I need to bring this guy in. Here, I've got a trick. Ready? Watch this. He didn't hear it. How did you not hear that? Come here. Oh, that's right. I've got the wolf jacket on. Okay, so I have not done any fishing here. Or did I do it in a different spot? Is that possible that I went to another spot? Or is it possible I'd never even fished here to begin with? So I don't have any fish as far as I'm aware. Yeah, we'll put the tip up. No, not the snow shelter. I can make one of these things. Oh, 650 gigs? Yeah, that'll be why. That's pretty significant file size. Okay, let's fish for an hour. Hopefully I don't break the line, but I should have. That'll be fine. Okay, so I forgot to do one of my strategic maneuvers is put all your good fishing tackle in a container so that if you have a tackle that you've used and have some condition lost to it, it will it'll be the one that gets used and just messed up. That's a good sized fish. Okay, let's get this fire going. Now that we've got a free supply of heat, or not heat, but the sun. We can use the magnifying glass. I don't know how it works. I like Loon always likes to say when he uses a magnifying lens in a fishing hut, he's like, that's one heck of an angle that they got. They managed to pull off with that magnifying lens to get the fire going. Yeah, yeah. People are dangerous. Okay, first things first, need a little bit of water. So we'll do that. And fish for an hour. Alright, that's enough. 3 minutes to boil. I don't want to let the fire go out. And I desperately need this food. I need the lamp oil as well, actually, because the trader wanted me to bring him some lamp oil, right? I think that was it. Yes, that's what I like to see. A not so big lake fish, a white fish, as it were. Where's that darn wolf? I feel like I can hear it. Where'd it go? There's no way it despawned. It's around here somewhere. There it is. You see him? There he is. Okay. I could pick up this fish and see if I can lure it in. That might be a good idea. Come here, guy. Do you smell me? Oh yeah, you smell me now. It's a bit of a risk, but I've got to get this wolf off my back. If I want to bring any of this fish that I end up catching, if I don't eat it, back to camp office, I'm going to have to go through this little gauntlet anyway. Come on. This dude's fast too. Okay, at the last second there, my heart started, like, skipped a little bit. Not good for me, but... Hey, at least I could get this if I wanted to. I need to get some more fishing. Yes. Dude, these tip-ups are amazing. Oh, the line snapped. Oh, come on. I was just... It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. That was weird. Ooh, that's right. I do need to keep an eye out, because I don't think there was a bear on the ice. I think the bear spawns were in the back country, I guess, near where maybe where the cougar would spawn. I think there might be a bear, because I know that there's a bear by unnamed pond, which is another funny thing, because I've heard people say if you named it unnamed pond, it's not unnamed. Yeah, I do like the ice fishing. I wish I mean, I would not be opposed to ice fishing in real life if there was somewhere where I could go to do that. Alright. Real quick here. Let's see. I'm at 49%. I'm at 25%. So I just lost 24% of my scurvy risk gone from a 1,600 calorie smallmouth bass. That's efficiency right there. I need more fish. More fish. I should have made another tip up, potentially. I've got tons of sticks, though. 75 sticks still. I might leave them here. And then try to keep increasing the stick count at camp office. I mean, as I'm preparing, yeah, again, I had said that maybe this stream I would make it to being able to be ready to go to Ash Canyon, but I don't see that as being a reality. With it already being 5 o'clock, you know, it's been 2 hours since I started, and I usually only go for 3 hours, so at least that's what I try to plan my schedule that way. 16%. Now this is why using the ice, this hole out here for the tip up is a bad idea. If you're actively fishing the whole time, we'll just do that. That'll be better. Yeah. If you're actively fishing the whole time, then the ice doesn't have a chance to freeze over, but in like 10 in-game minutes worth of time, it froze over 3%. And so, oh, and there goes my line. That's okay. I didn't want to earn fishing skill anyway. Or did I? Is that a thing? Did I earn fishing skill even though I broke the line? No. I did not. Oh, that's right. It's not when you break the line, it's if you accidentally throw a fish back. That's what it is. Like if you catch something and then you release it on accident, it'll still count as having caught it. Alright, you give me any feathers? I bet you that one has feathers. These sticks go so quickly.
I wonder if I can drop any of this.
Yeah, we can drop some of this gear, Astrid, I promise. We'll just drop it right here. I like to set up my fishing huts with water, because not every time you're going to want to be using your fire to make water. You're going to want to be using your fire to cook the food. I'm sorry, I'm falling behind on chat again. Hey Michael, how's it going? Happy Goon Day? What's a Goon Day? It might be a reference that I just don't quite understand. It's okay though. I'm really good at not understanding things. Darn it. Oh well. Now I know that the tip up doesn't add to your fishing skill. Is that another wolf out there? That's something. It might be a deer. Oh no, that's definitely a wolf. Right? Why did that deer run? Oh, yep. Oh my goodness. There it goes. There they go. No, those are both deer. And where's the wolf? There's the wolf. Just slowly working its way over. Those deer are not long for this world. That's the crazy part too. Unless I go over there and kill that wolf, those deer will definitely all despawn because he'll eat them all. And then that wolf will be left and no deer will be around. Interesting how that works. Yeah, I'm done trying to fish with a regular fishing line. That's just awful. I need to find some more books to increase my level, otherwise I'm just not going to get anything. And the tip-up is way more efficient anyway.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Yeah, I know the pack is heavy. Let's make some water. And then maybe I can try to fish one more time. Before it completely freezes over anyway. At this point, it doesn't matter which one I use because every single fishing tackle I have is at full condition. There's another little fishy fish. This is almost done. Not quite. Seven minutes. Come on, give me a fish. I'm telling you, the tip-up's doing all the work for me. Nothing. At least I didn't lose anything, but... 10 minutes. Yes. Another lake fish. Oh. It's weird that you can't set these things down in here, but you can drop them. You can place them outside, but they won't let you... Unless it's cooked, and then you can place them in here. It's so weird. It's very weird. Are you done yet?
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
No? Well, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but... Look at that. I've used over 50 sticks already. That's okay, though, because I've got 5+ liters of water. Well, something like that. And then... My belly is quite full at the moment. Where's the small piece? Yeah, I forgot with the cooking skill also, cooked food increases in total calories, which is awesome. Maybe I should try and sharpen. Yikes, yeah, 69%, that's pretty low. 12 minutes? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Yeah. This little ledge right here. If you're not careful, you can snap an ankle. That fishing hut, I think, has a door on it. But it's a little bit farther away. And it's already a pretty decent walk to get to this one. 1 minute. Okay. That one's done. Awesome. 30 minutes. Okay. Now, how big a piece is this one? That one's 500. Yeah, so like that 300 and something calorie fish turned into a 400 and something calorie fish by the time it was cooked. This is exactly what I wanted, though. No, I don't want to do that. I wanted a bunch of little fish, which is exactly what I'm getting. This might be the last one, though. I might have to stop using this fire for now. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to stop adding fuel. Any more fish that I catch after this one, I'll cook this one and this one, and then any other ones that I catch after this are just going to have to not get cooked. At least not here. I'd rather cook the rest of them at the house. Whoa, what was that? That was weird. It felt like I accidentally lifted up on this somehow. Anyway, whatever. 14 minutes, let's do one more. Not that. This will sharpen the knife. Or the hatchet, whatever it is. An orca being a sea wolf, I could get behind that. They hunt in groups. They're intelligent. Often track their prey over long distances. Now, the one thing about orcas that scare me are how smart they are, though. Not that they're coming after people, but... There we go. Oh, I didn't even look. How much did that give me? I was at like 26, 27% scurvy. Okay, so that... Alright, so... Okay, cool. So the big fish took away like 24%, and if I feel like that small fish just took away like 12% of the scurvy risk. So even after the scurvy risk is gone, I still have to continue to increase my vitamin C intake. Otherwise, the risk is just going to climb back up. It's like frostbite risk. You know, if you get the risk and you lose the risk, but then go back outside and whatever was frostbite risked is still exposed to the temperatures, it's going to almost instantly return to frostbite risk. So just because I might clear the scurvy risk doesn't mean it's going to disappear forever. There's some sort of counter that is keeping track of how long it's been since I've had vitamin C, how much vitamin C I've had, and then the only way to get rid of your risk, because that's what some people were saying was right, is it sometimes is better to just get the scurvy, full-blown scurvy, and then get rid of it. But the problem with that is you're going to have to... I did that once, and I needed to eat so many fish to get rid of it. But then it takes like 20 days or something of not eating. I'm going to cook this now. Whatever. I've got a little bit of fire left here. I'm going to cook it. Not just going to let the fire burn out. 22 minutes is perfect. See, that is a smaller one. I wonder if this small one would give me 25, or if it's percentage based on... I don't know how it works. I don't know how the math works. So like this 670 calorie piece, or like this 550 piece, is that going to give as much as... Yeah, because this is minor, that's why. And this one's moderate. Is it the size? 550 calories versus this one's 600. So it goes from minor to moderate. This one's minor. And that one's minor. Okay, so this is a moderate piece. That means this is definitely going to be a moderate piece. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. So it does depend on how many calories it has to how much vitamin C you'll get from it. 10 minutes. Alright, that's fine. I do not need the fire to keep going. Here, I'll grab a stick. I'll grab one more torch, though. $448.
The sun is setting.
Yeah, let's eat this.
It'll get a lot colder soon.
Their scurvy risk is now cured, but if I don't eat any more vitamin C and then like sleep through the night based on, you know, how everything was going, the chances are... Oh, that's a nice fish right there. And this is out. Okay. I was going to fish for a little bit. Maybe I'll fish for an hour. I'll fish for 2 hours. And hopefully I can catch something Oh, there it is again. Just got it back. So I didn't even have to sleep through the whole night. That's amazing. Okay, it's time to go. Definitely time to go. Let's get out of here. Okay. A little bit heavy. Okay, let's go. I'm going to leave the uncooked... Oh, you know what? That's not very many sticks, but... I want to bring all this fish with me. I'll leave the most of the water because I already have a good amount. Did I take the cooking pot? I did. Okay, good. I should have maybe left the cooking pot at the fishing hut, but that's okay. I think they have vitamin C stuff that you can get from the trader once you get that far into the tradings. Like, after you get some under your belt and you develop trust with him, he will start offering you some fancier stuff. And I think one of them isn't it like vitamin C packets or something like that? I don't remember. It's been so long. Sorry, it's been so very long since I've done anything with the trader. Like, I'm pretty certain I had a Pilgrim save that was a very old file, and it was, I don't know if it was the same. I'm trying to remember. It was the save file that I had done all of the... Oh, I'm not even remembering words now. What is it? The new quests. Not the trader stuff, but the other stuff. The Tales. That was the file that I had done all the Tales stuff on. And I ended up having to delete that save because it was so broken. Because I started that save when the first Tales came out, and then as the game updated and added more Tales stuff, I was able to do those things, but it was fraught with bugs. Every time I opened up the save file, I wasn't sure if it was going to crash as soon as I exited a building, or just it was crashing way too much, and then I was like, I can't play this. I was going to try to get to 1,000 days with that character because I was already on my way, but it's just, it's too much to overcome. Where's the other one? There it is. The vast amount of times where I'd been playing and just, you know, had been outside, traveled a good ways, and then I'd go into a building, seemingly innocently go into a building to save, and the game would crash as soon as I entered the building, or I'd be like, oh, I was just exploring this place. Like, especially in Zone of Contamination, I forget what the big building was, but I'd be in that very big building, search it out, you know, all these other things, not thinking, and I'd go to exit the building and the game would crash. And it's like, okay, that's not that bad, but at the same time, it's like, I just lost an hour of my life. Because I just looted this whole giant place, and I might have been over-encumbered and was walking slow, and it was a hassle, blah, 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 whatever. And it's like, and then the game crashes, all that stuff is now gone. Just gone. You have to redo it. And it's like, no thanks. Just close the app, play something else. It's just got to the point where it didn't do that to the new saves, right? It wasn't a problem with the new saves. It was just that save file was so old and had gone through so many updates, I just couldn't handle it anymore. You know, on day 400, trying to get to day 401, I'd have to restart the game 5 times. And it takes 10 minutes to reload the freaking app because I'm on a PlayStation. PlayStation 4, it takes a while for the app to load up. And then you've seen the loading screens. It's just, I was not having it, so I got rid of it. Got rid of the save, and so I no longer have a save file that has any of the tales done. None of the trader quests. Like, I have some save files that are literal backup saves for the different feats that I've got. Like, I only got 2 here, but I have 3 save files to back up the 12 feats that I've earned, and I've had to re-earn those feats several times because of different issues that my console has, where it would just delete the data. Just, nope, you no longer have these things. It's like, oh, you've done Whiteout, you've done the As the Dead Sleep, you've done all the different challenges, you have all these badges, never mind, nope, not anymore, go do them again. You no longer have those things because your files were corrupted for some reason. I don't even know if that's the game's fault. It might have been the system's fault. So, anyway, it's infuriating to do stuff in a game, spend hours, lots of time, energy, whatever, enjoying yourself while you're doing it, but it's even worse when you're streaming. I've had a couple of streams fail on me because the game crashed, and so that was unfortunate. Luckily, it's not happened that many times, and I mean, because that's the other thing is being on console. If the game crashes, the stream crashes. Because the stream ends when the game closes, or if you manually end the stream. But anyway, I have 3 cattails. Let's go eat some fish. My scurvy risk is 10% again. Jeez, I really haven't done very much in this episode, have I? It can be frustrating, yeah. Hey, what's up, Vita? How you been? Hopefully everything's good. Hopefully you're doing well. Yeah, my I do have that many subs. Yes, I do. And it's been nice and steady. It's been a slow progress to get to that point, but luckily I haven't unearned any of the subscriptions anymore that I currently have. I don't usually like to... I don't know. I'm a bit of a... Oh, that had calories left. Not that many, but... I should be better at, at that sort of thing. There we go. Scurvy risk is gone, at least for another couple of hours. Let's go look for some sticks. Yeah, I definitely want to get to Ash Canyon, but I'm also like, oh, I'd like to get those wolf pants, but I was just in the area too. It's so disappointing that I didn't get the Aurora and talk to the trader until after I had just gotten back from that area. The trader's going to have to wait, I guess is what I'm trying to say, is I need to be able to increase my carrying capacity beyond 35 kilograms because I am constantly over or too close to being at 35 kilograms to be able to continually add things to my pack without, you saw what happened at the beginning where I was literally just like slow crawling my way through because I was 20 pounds over encumbered, or, well, 20 pounds, 20 kilos. From my understanding, kilograms are heavier than a pound, right? I don't know the conversion, but isn't it like 1 kilogram is like a little over 2 pounds, something like that? I'm not sure. Yeah, my stream fluctuates. I'm not sure what the... Like, I try not to pay attention to how many people are watching because I always feel like as soon as we mention how many people are watching, even if it's not in my stream, you lose... The viewer count goes down for some reason, and then... I don't often ask people to do anything, right? Which I should, because I'm sort of an anomaly in the YouTube sort of community where it's like I have a channel and I make content, but I'm not promoting my channel to try to keep it growing. I guess that's the best thing. I wanted it to be more of a... I'll take this, why not? Get it back to camp. More of a natural thing. Like, if you have subscribed to the channel, it's because you decided to, not because I reminded you that I wanted you to. And again, not that there's anything wrong with that. I often do kind of feel like I'm maybe not doing that the right way because of that, and it's a bit of a catch-22 because I'll go into other people's channels in their chat and be like and subscribe for them. You know, not that they haven't already done that, but it's like, but I feel cringy about doing it for myself, and so... but that's fine. That's totally fine. I think it's also, it's not a self-sabotage thing, but it's more of a, I don't know if I could manage the amount of success that would come with having more and more people subscribing and then getting to the point where I'd be accepted as someone who could monetize their content and this, that, and the other thing. It puts so much pressure. Not that it puts pressure on me, but I end up putting pressure on myself. And what happens is I end up stepping back and letting it cool down, as it were. I don't want... Because I worry about too much. I am a worrier. And so I'll be like, oh no, what if I do get popular and then all of a sudden I have some sort of, you know, nervous breakdown because I'm worried about the fact that I'm doing that I'm having success, right? And then again, the self-imposed pressure of, okay, now I have to do more, or I need to change what I was doing in order to attract more people, or whatever, you know. So when that happens, I stop playing. It's very unfortunate, but it is my reality because I do have to deal with things. And if I overwhelm myself like that, then it backfires. So, or I get burned out, or I lose focus on what it was that I was trying to accomplish. All these things, and then my content value goes down, and then I feel like I'm just making content just to put it out there. My heart's not in it anymore, and that's not what I want. So yes, kind of like button. Yes, that would be so good. He's like, yeah, it's all right. Oh my god, that would be fantastic. I might be the only one. You and me might be the only ones who might want that, but that is so good. I think that'd be cool because it's like sometimes you're not sure, or you're like, no, I don't dislike it, but anyway, that's funny. That's clever. I like that. Anyway, I'm sorry. I don't mean to go into. I should just shut up and play the game, right? But that's the thing, is I can't help myself. I just talk. But then I wear myself out because I'm talking. That's, yeah, a bit of an anomaly, that's for sure. Let me get these rabbits. I need your skin. Yeah, let's shoot it with a flare gun. That'd be smart. You see these mittens? They were your cousins. Let's see if I can hit this guy. Oh, it was close. I need my rock back. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a stone. There's a wolf over there, too. There's maybe more than one. Can he come this way? Yeah, he's coming. Oh, you poor thing. I'm sorry. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Are you fast? You're looking pretty fast, huh? Pretty fast. Pretty dead. I am notoriously bad at keeping up with chat while playing this game. Especially if I'm just doing anything that's not indoors or like next to a fire or something. Somewhere where I don't have to worry about the wildlife attacking me or the weather killing me. Oh, thank you. Okay, yeah. Like, yeah. I'm gonna have to catch up on chat after my little rant there. I don't know if that was a rant. I wouldn't call that a rant, but my little confession. I don't know what to call it. There's more sticks over there that I should probably go try and find, but I don't so much need the rabbit meat, not even the guts. What I really, really need is the hides. And it might not be a bad idea to invest in some rabbit snares, because then I could set the snares up in these areas, but I'm also not really going to be sticking around this spot for too much longer. Yeah. I mean, I guess asking people if they want to like the video is one thing. I should just be quiet. That's what it is. I'll just ignore it. And it'll go away, right? Ignore my anxiety, and it'll just disappear. That's a lot of feathers. I got some more lamp oil, which is not bad. Where's the rest of it? Is it in here? Yeah. So I need a lot more lamp oil. But I could find some. Oh, wait. Wait. That's what I need right there. But I don't want to get rid of my jerry can. The jerry can's awesome. I wish you could separate this. Like, pour the jerry can into, like, one of these things to fill it up. I mean, the other thing I could do is fill up a storm lantern and then, well, why not? I'll show you. There's so many storm lanterns in this game mode that I don't even have to worry about this. But what I'll do is I'll add all of this fuel into here, right? Take my jerry can. Make sure I'm not thirsty. Harvest the storm lantern. Now, because I have a jerry can in my pocket, it went into the jerry can. Oh, but then it gave me this. Oh, interesting. Did I have this? Anyway. I thought it would all go into the jerry can. That's very weird. I did say it would scrap into metal and this, so I guess the rest of it went into here. I don't know. I thought I knew. I don't know things. I know some things, but I guess not all of them. That's okay. This is fine. I just need another 5 of these to have 3 liters of lantern fuel for the trader. And then I can... No, that's not what I meant. There. Oh, good job, TR. Okay. Right, exactly. Going into it for fun and or other purposes, and that's why I try to sort of... I have a hard time figuring out what I want to say and because I have conflicting feelings on stuff, right? So, like, I want to see other people succeed and, you know, have their subscriber count go up and all these other things and the have success and all of that. And it's not that I don't want to. I just feel like it's more of like a social experiment. Come on, give me what... Okay, you are going to annoy me. I just want this to sit on the edge like I had it, and I had it exactly how I wanted it, and then I moved it, and it got all screwy. Ah, good times, right? 74% on the tip up is not bad. Didn't use too much of that. Okay, I need to take all of these things. Definitely need those. I don't want those to be in a container. I guess I don't even have to take all of this stuff. It can stay there. Well, I want this. I suppose that's good. I might as well take... Okay, fine. I'll just... Whatever. I'll take all of it. I'll put the whetstones back, though. I don't need that many whetstones. This many's enough. Plus, I'll find more, and then I'll end up having to leave it behind anyway. Do I still have stuff in here? No. Ooh, this thing's almost completely full. And this one's also almost completely full. Oh my goodness. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you for saying it in a very succinct way. I'm just trying to have fun, and yeah, I don't need to meet any expectations. That's right. Fred Rogers and Bob Ross. I know who Bob Ross is. I'm not familiar who Fred Rogers is. Or is that like Mr. Rogers? Because then obviously, yeah, I know who that is. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I don't know what else to do. Oh, what am I carrying? Oh, the rabbits. That's right. Oh my God. It's probably going to start snowing here pretty soon, and I think maybe that's partially why I'm distracted, is because I haven't quite finished packing my go bag. I've got a lot of my stuff ready to go, but like things aren't packed yet. I need to charge my phones, like my phone and tablet. I've got some power banks that are charged that I want to make sure are ready to go. I've got my cables for things like that. The clothing, need to make sure the dog stuff is ready. And the cats, because if we have to leave here, we're leaving here with 3 animals, kennels, food for them. Like, dog has medicine that she's got to take, and I almost didn't stream today, but just because I suffer a lot from anxiety at times. Not all the time. Everybody has anxiety. It's not like I'm special in that regard, but sometimes it's a little bit what's the word? Debilitating. It can be hard for me to do things because of not being able to think about the task at hand and worrying too much about the other thing or whatever. So I don't know. I got a plan in place with my family. We know what's going on, depending on what happens, if anything happens. What we're doing, where we're going, line of communication, You know, we have a plan, so. Did I leave anything else out here? I brought sticks, right? There's the wolves still on the lake. Or what's left of them, anyway. Let's go get some more sticks. I need to replenish my supplies. Spent like 60 sticks fishing. So I'm a catch-22 though. It's like I'm not. I don't do well under self-imposed pressure situations, but I excel in critical and emergency situations because I don't have to think. I just have to do. It's no longer a matter of planning or whatever. It's reacting. So really good in an emergency situation because it's just like, nope, there's no choice. This is what's happening, and just do it. And it's easy. Well, not easy, but it makes the situation chooses what I have to do for me, rather than me coming up with the idea of what it is that I'm trying to accomplish, because I don't have a lot of original ideas, as it were. So I think sticky situation, again, even though it's like something I came up with, I don't know if I'm the first person to do something like this specifically, but I also did this because I was trying to sort of honor the first, as best as I could, I was trying to honor Dave McD and Turkey Steam, because those two guys are the ones who really got me not only into the game, but into streaming, like into making content, you know. And so I didn't know what else to think about for Turkey Steam other than that he's got a really fun saying, oh look, a stick. And so I'm like, I love sticks. Let's make a run where I only use sticks. And Dave McD had one of the first series that I saw, really super impressive, was he did a naked and afraid run where he had to craft his own clothing, and he dropped all the gear he was wearing clothing-wise at the very beginning. He wasn't allowed to touch it. He played on Interloper, which is even harder than this, but so he didn't have to drop matches or a bedroll, but it also was Interloper, so, you know, dropping all of your clothing at the early, beginning of an Interloper run is just like, why, please God, why are you doing this? But he managed quite well, and so that was the whole point of this run, of having a sticky situation. But this is Sticky Stalker, which is a little bit different. Anyway, so this is originally the concept for this was it was a tribute challenge to see if I could, not only survive and do the things, but at the same time honor the people who I learned from. And I still haven't, quote, succeeded in this challenge yet, and I had to nerf it a little bit. Some of it was obviously a lot of it was my own skill. It was skill issue, clearly, but and then the game evolved from when I originally started playing that, and so things change. But I think it's really fun. Like, they didn't have any wolf clothing other than the coat when Dave did his run. They didn't have ptarmigan, so you couldn't make the insulation. You couldn't like, there was no cougar. You can't make the cougar hide stuff, or like there's no knife, which I've only had one run where I ever made a cougar knife, and that run was, what was that? Was that the Scurvy run? That was the Scurvy Loper, which I discontinued because it no longer had Scurvy. So, wait, do we have Scurvy? No, not yet. We've got some risks, or we've had some Scurvy risks, but as long as I chew on this fish for a little while, I might actually need to think about bringing the tip up with me and having the means or crafting another tip up and have, because that'll just add to the carry weight, but not being able to rely on my own fishing skill based on the lack of actual practical fishing done, because this, I do have those other 3 fish that I maybe could cook, should cook, but at least before I leave, now is not a good time. Or is it? I mean, no, not really. Not a solution. I'm glad you corrected that, because I thought it was just a word that you had come up with that I didn't know. Solution. Okay. Yeah, I remember one time I was a J.C. Penney. It was after high school, but I think it was, I don't know how old I was, but I worked at a J.C. Penney's, and I guess it doesn't matter what store it was, but I was in one of the areas folding clothes, and a woman just fell over, and she started seizing. And not to pat myself on the back, I was not first responder, but I was first aid certified. I was a lifeguard at the time, and or I had lifeguard certification, CPR certification, first aid, first responder type stuff. And so this woman fell over and started to she was seizing, and it was like it wasn't a grand mal or anything. It was just a moderate seizure, but still, poor woman, terrified. I was able to not. I didn't have to think because I had training, but the point was, I didn't have to think, which is nice. Anyway, she had a jacket. I put her jacket underneath her head, asked her if she, first thing you want to tell somebody is, I'm here to help. You got to reassure them. You might not think they can hear you. They can hear you. Hopefully they understand what you're saying. In that situation, I just patted her head so she didn't smack it on the floor, and asked her if she needed, is there any specific medication that you have that you're supposed to take in this situation? If she nodded yes, I said okay. Don't go through her stuff, but when the rest of the people arrived, because I was like, you go get help. I'm here. I can't leave. You need to go call someone to get help. Bring them here. Then help the person. When help arrives, then because that's the idea of a first responder. You're not there the whole time. You're there the first time. You're the first one there to take care of the stuff. And so that was what I did. I was very fortunate, and I just went back to folding clothes. It's nothing special. I didn't do anything special. I just did what I could because I was there, and I would, so that was my thought behind that, is if training for first aid and safety and all those other things comes with survival. It's a survival skill. I did have some medical background. My mom's a nurse. She's been a registered nurse for 40 years. She still is. Safety and first aid with some of my college courses, because I also took physical education courses, because I wanted to be a personal trainer, but that didn't end up happening. And then anyway, I'm sorry, I was just sharing that because I just remembered it happened, and so it was a thing. It's just a thing that you do sometimes, right? You just are in the right place at the right time, and some people are very fortunate because they have people there at the right place at the right time. And it wasn't like she didn't have any She wasn't bleeding. She didn't hurt herself when she fell. You know, fortunately. And everything worked out. She ended up being fine. She just had an episode and was like, oh, okay, well, I'm glad you're fine. These aren't going to go where I want them to. There, good enough. Just want them to be able to, I want to see them. These are going to be done very soon. That's another deer hide if I want, or another pair of pants, or I'm going to have to get into the habit of not trying to fix my stuff and just recrafting it. 0.35 kilograms is very light. I could make a secondary rabbit hat. You know, the gloves are a little heavier. I mean, what is it? 4 and 2? 4 hide, 2 guts, something like that. Yeah, 4 hide and 2 guts. That's only 0.6 kilograms. So I could bring all of those things with me. And I would just need a workbench to craft it. Gee whiz. Alright. We're closing in on 6 o'clock. So, I appreciate everybody who's just listening to me. Sometimes I don't even think about what I'm saying. I just let my mouth do everything. Just word vomit. Or something like, there's some phrase, I forget what it's called, where you just talk and you're not really saying anything. My grandfather used to call it the gift of gab. The touch of the Blarney Stone. Anyway. I've basically gotten most, if not all, of the sticks in the general area. I could go up there. My character's pretty tired, so there might be just a few more sticks I could manage to get if I can get some branches. Yeah, training. That was years and years ago. That was like, I was still in my early 20s, and, you know, so like 2 decades ago, something around there. Maybe I was like 23, 24, or something like that. You got any more feathers? Yes, no. Now, if I harvested the last piece of meat off of this, like I'm going to do here, it might spawn in some more feathers. Maybe not, though, because it's so windy. Okay. Alright, that's fine. Jeez. Alright, whatever. Going back. I'm not cold, but I like to sprint. If I'm not encumbered, I'll try to get... I think it's cold outside, but it's not, and that's why I'm sprinting, but... I don't know. I've maxed out my capacity for good communication. Yeah, it's cold. My character's not cold, thankfully, but it's cold out there. Yes, confidence, that's right. Confidence is very important. Oh. I did not mean to have those, but it's okay. Well, my character is... Oh, there's animal fat. That's right. I need to drop the fat. Oh, my goodness. That's going to get me in trouble. Yeah, that's fascinating. Joe being a teacher, she has to do active, active shooter training on a regular basis, and or maybe I should just say active training. Is that I don't know what. I apologize if I'm saying words that I'm not supposed to because I do not get out much. I'm not I'm not sure what things are too sensitive to be said anymore. I try to tell it like it is. If something's happening, I'm going to give you a literal definition or the literal description if I can, uh, if it feels appropriate. But anyway, yeah, training, practice makes perfect, all that other sort of good stuff. That's why I'm decent at this game. It's got a lot of practice. You gotta fail upwards. Well, that works in this game, I suppose. It doesn't necessarily work in all aspects, but if you fail, failure is not the worst thing in all situations. Often failure leads to success if you keep at it, because you now know one thing not to do. Right? If you know what not to do, you've eliminated some of those things. Yeah. All right. Active threat training. Okay, that's probably a better way of saying it. More covers more bases, but is a little bit less sharp, a little bit less pointed. Yeah, you're a good girl, Willow. All right. Anyway. Yeah, I'm sorry I sort of fell off on the keeping track and being able to read all the comments towards the end there. My batteries are low, and it's time to get dinner ready, and yeah. I really appreciate you all being here. It's great to see everyone. I hope everyone stays safe, and everyone who was watching or watches later, anything like that, is appreciate you. And yeah. Well, we managed to get another pair of pants, so we did that. We managed to get rid of the scurvy risk, so that was good. We talked to the trader, that was good, and yeah. So I need to get some more lamp oil and a car battery. And then, but I really, what I want to do is go to Ash Canyon. So that was the point. I feel like I haven't prepared well enough to go to Ash Canyon yet. I want to make sure that all my gear is sorted. I'm thinking about. Well, I'm not thinking about it yet. This is fine. We did good. We've got all kinds of stuff accomplished, even though it might not feel that way. Like I think we did good today. So I'm technically not encumbered at the moment, but I also only have 2 sticks. So anyway, next time, I don't know what I'll be playing. This is what I was looking for. I forgot about this. This is what I wanted. I don't want that over there. I want that over here. Sorry, one moment. Try to line this up the way I want it to be. There, good enough. Cool. You used to be able to put your sleeping bag on top of stuff. I think they fixed that, or you can't do that anymore. There's still room for me to place the sleeping bag down if I did want to sleep here. Okay, cool. Alright. Well, I think that technically had a save, but I'll do it one more time, and then I hope to God the game doesn't crash when I exit. Alright, anyway. Yeah, have a good night, everyone. Cheers. Be safe. You know, yeah. Look forward to the next time, and until then, though, this is Strategies with Sasquatch. I'm Josh, and we'll see you then. Alright, take care. Thanks again, everyone, for being here. Appreciate you all. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Willow says goodbye. Yeah, I know. I'm going to take care of you, Willow. Okay. Alright, bye-bye. Wait, what am I doing? Hold on. I'm trying to say goodbye. Oh my goodness. There we go. Okay.